Attorney. I have worked side by side with Beth McCann, and I know that she will put people first because she has stood up. She has stood up at the State House against the special interest when she fought for gun safety legislation. Beth has stood up. She stood up to the big banks in Wall Street when she passed foreclosure reform for the state of Colorado. And she has stood up because she understands that Black lives matter. She understands that Latino lives matter. She understands that transgender lives matter and has supported and passed criminal justice reform in the state of Colorado. I could not be more enthusiastic about Beth McCann being our next Denver District Attorney because she has the character and the integrity to do the job. A lot of people say that the test of one's character is what you will do and what you will not do when nobody else is looking. And I trust that at the end of the day, Beth will make the right decisions for the people of Denver. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Anna Jo Haynes, and it's my privilege and honor to second the nomination of Beth McCann as Denver's next district attorney. And I'm going to speak from the community aspect of this. Beth has been working for our community for as long as I can remember, and I've been around for a long time. When she was the manager of safety and Denver suffered the summer of violence over 20 years ago, she was in the community working for solutions. She listened to community members and worked with us to combat the rise of violence amongst our young people. She made sure that the community received funding for programs to keep our kids out of gangs and violence. She was then and continues to be a big supporter of my passion, early childhood education. She knows that education is effective crime prevention, and the more resources we can put toward educating our young people, the fewer resources we will have to spend on prisons. She has been my state representative for the last 8 years, and she has advocated for our community at the Capitol. I could always count on her. When we needed funding for education, Beth stood at the front of the line. When the community rallied for universal background checks for gun sales, Beth stepped up and put her name on the bill. When she saw her constituents suffering from foreclosures, she took on the big banks. I know she will continue to represent our Denver community as our district attorney, fighting for fairness in the system and advocating for justice for all. Please join me in welcoming our next district attorney, Beth McCann.
Participating in grassroots democratic politics. I am State Representative Beth McCann, and I am running to be your next Denver District Attorney because I believe that we need to improve our system. The criminal justice system is not working the way it's supposed to. We are incarcerating too many people. We are not preparing people well for life after prison, and we're not doing enough to prevent people from going to jail in the first place. This job demands someone with qualifications who with a true sense of fairness and a trusted community voice. The person most qualified for this position needs to have extensive trial and management experience. I have that experience. I prosecuted here in Denver and handled hundreds of cases. I also, as a Chief Deputy District Attorney, as Manager of Safety, I supervised and managed a large office of lawyers and law enforcement. And as a legislator, I have now made the law. So I have prosecuted, supervised, and made the law. There is no other candidate in this race that can say that. I have walked the talk throughout my career, and I am proud of the work that I've been able to do in the legislature to correct injustices that I have observed throughout my career. What is fairness? Fairness means that you don't treat every single case the same. You exercise sound judgment in the face of competing demands. Trusted in the community means I have been in your neighborhoods, I've sat at your tables, I've heard your concerns and suggestions, and I will act on them. I am the only candidate who has voted to abolish the death penalty, and I remain firmly and completely opposed to the death penalty. I am also the only candidate who has prosecuted, convicted, and sent to prison a Denver police officer. If they violate the law, I will bring the charges.